Rebecca. I got something I wanted to tell you. Super important. Are you free to talk right now? Or do you want me to call you later?
Oh yeah, I should be fine to talk. What's up? You scared me, not gonna lie. Suddenly spamming me with messages like that? It's not something bad, is it? Oh lord, now I'm nervous. Just tell me.
It's not bad, don't worry. Actually, it's super, super good. Guess who's getting married?
Wait, really? You're getting married? OMG, congratulations!
Thank you.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Who asked who? Did you do it? That's so brave of you. Especially since he's one of your bosses. He could fire you.
He would never do something like that. We started dating about a year ago. And then this year, he finally popped the question. It was during a nice, fancy dinner with just the two of us. I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But I'm glad he wants to stay with me.
OMG, that's awesome! You should have told me earlier, girl. This happened earlier this year. Were you waiting to surprise me or something? We're besties. You should be telling me everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. We were still figuring out when we want to have the wedding and whatnot. I didn't want to tell you too early and then he cancels it, you know? Plus, I've been super busy with work recently. I haven't even really talked to you recently. I guess it just slipped my mind until now. And you're busy with your baby too, right? I didn't want to bother you while you were spending time with him.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We're both super busy. But I'm glad you told me finally. That news made my entire day better. So, what kind of wedding are you gonna have? Something traditional? I'd love to come if you'd let me. I could even be a bridesmaid. Or in the front, cheering you on. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I know you don't really like being the center of attention or anything. And a wedding would probably be really embarrassing for you, right? I'll support you even if you just want to do a courtroom wedding. As long as we can take a nice photo and get you a wedding dress, of course.
Actually, we are going to have a normal wedding. My parents have been bugging the absolute daylights out of me over it. I don't think no is ever an option.
Oh, really? You're gonna do a traditional wedding then?
Seems like it. My parents are really old-fashioned and insisted I do it properly. They want us to do a full ceremony with a priest and everything. Plus a big cake and gifts. She said she wants me to use all her hand-me-down stuff for tradition too.
No way. You're kidding. Why are they trying to make this their moment? Are you really gonna go in front of a bunch of people like that in a dress? You won't even wear a skirt to work. Did you tell them you didn't want to? Don't let them control all of it.
Yeah, I did try to explain to them. Because of my insecurity and stuff, we agreed only my close family members will be there. That way I'm not overwhelmed by a crowd. She's already inviting people though. She doesn't listen at all.
That's awful. Why is she being so selfish? You shouldn't listen to a word she says, in my opinion. She's a horrible person.
Wait, what? Don't you think that's a bit far, Rebecca?
If you said you didn't want a wedding, you shouldn't have to do it. Why is she so focused on what you're doing with your own life? Besides, plenty of people don't do traditional weddings nowadays. She needs to get with the times. When I found out I was pregnant, we agreed to get married the same day. But we didn't do a wedding ceremony. There was no need for it. And there was nothing wrong with our choice. If she really wants to celebrate, can't they just send you gifts and take some pictures? I'm sorry, but her views are insulting to me. Is she trying to say I didn't do it right or something? The wedding isn't important. What's important is that you both love each other.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I see where you're coming from. I shouldn't have brought it up. Sorry. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. My parents are just stuck in their old ways.
No, I'm sorry. I lost my cool. That was my fault. It wasn't your decision. I guess I'm just a little irritable right now. I'm worn out from my son, so I'm not thinking straight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't worry about it. But anyway, I know you didn't have a wedding or anything at first, but didn't you want one? I thought you said once you've recovered and things have settled down, you wanted to do it the right way, didn't you?
Well, originally we wanted to. It's not necessary, but it just would be nice to experience it. But toddlers are just so much work. There's definitely a reason they call it the terrible twos. I'm too caught up with him to work, so we don't have as much income. And my husband's salary went down a bit recently because of some stupid business loophole they found. So we can't afford it either.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry to hear that.
I don't want to get a job again until after the wedding. I want it to come first. You're still working, right? Are you gonna quit now, or are you staying with the company?
Yeah, I plan on staying here for at least the foreseeable future.
But isn't that against the rules or something? If you're married to a manager, I think that causes issues for them. So wouldn't one of you have to leave?
No, as far as I know, they're perfectly fine with it. A few other people work with their husbands and wives here, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Huh. That's weird. I quit work because I didn't want to work anymore. But of course, I couldn't work with my husband as well. But I didn't feel the need to get a new job, since I would have taken maternity leave immediately afterwards. And it's kinda just better to be a housewife than outside slaving like a man.
Like a man? What do you mean?
Oh, it's not important. Sorry, I'm just rambling. You said only close family is going to the wedding, right? In that case, at least let me go out with you and celebrate. I'm exhausted. A break would do me good. How does lunch together sound? We can go to the best restaurant in town and catch up. Just the two of us.
OMG, that sounds perfect. I'd love to do that. Just let me know whenever you have some free time and I'll see when we can meet up.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right, I'll let you know then. Might be kinda last minute. Things always seem to be coming up. I might be able to get my husband or parents to watch my son for a little bit.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy. I'm the receptionist here at the Nature's Wedding Organization. I called a little earlier to touch base, but I wasn't able to get a hold of you. Would text work better for you? Oh, yes. Hello again, Stacy. I believe you're the one I talked to at the venue, right? I'm sorry, I was at work, so I wasn't able to pick it up. I keep my phone in the back room while at work, usually. It limits distractions for myself, so I won't hear it if you call me at work. But I have WhatsApp set up on my work computer, so I can get your text messages. So yes, if it's okay, can we chat here? Unless you'd rather wait for me to get home later tonight. I apologize for contacting you at such a difficult time. I'll try and make it brief so you can return to your work. This young lady has showed up at the venue today, asking about details of your wedding. She told me that she is the bride. But as far as I know, in our last conversation, you were the one getting married, correct? I want to make sure I don't have any mistakes here.
What? A bride? Wait, who is it? What does she look like?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake. I apologize again for the inconvenience. She came by just a short while ago. She didn't make an appointment or anything, so I assumed she was a guest wanting some information. But she said that the plans changed last minute for the ceremony tomorrow, and that you are no longer involved in the wedding. She's demanding I edit the reservation right away. I'm not sure what to tell her.
What?
I'm just as confused as you are, I assure you. If this is true and you are planning to go ahead with what she's saying, then I need some information from you. That is why I contacted you so quickly.
No, I am absolutely not doing what she said.
I assumed not, but she's insisting I tell you all of this. She says she's already got the paperwork for it.
What paperwork? The papers we signed way back when we took the tour?
Yes, and a few others. Some forms consenting to stepping out and such. She's trying to hand me the documents right now. I haven't taken them yet. I wanted to contact you directly first. This is a very unusual situation, to say the least. But the forms here are signed.
How did she get those? I haven't signed anything, last I checked.
I understand that, but your signature is on these papers. Whether or not you realized what you were signing, I'm certain that these are the real documents that you got from our building. I was wondering if it was someone you knew? A friend, perhaps? If she tricked you into signing, or worse, signed it herself, then she must be pretty close. Is there anyone you know that might be out to get you? Or maybe someone who is planning to steal your husband from you?
I mean, I know a lot of people. I don't want to just accuse someone like that.
We had her talk with another staff member. Once we were able to verify her information, I was planning on getting back to you so we could identify her. But I guess she got impatient and left before we could get her name.
I can't believe this. I do have someone, I think, that might do this. I don't want to believe it, but I can't afford to trust everyone right now. Do you mind if I talk to her myself? I'll ask her directly. Maybe I can solve this. Afterwards, I can give you an update and we can settle all of this. Hey again, Rebecca. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a horrible friend. So I guess this is the easiest way to ask you. Do you know what this is about? Oh, you found out already? I knew you would, but that was fast. I knew it. I didn't want it to be true. Of course I was going to find out. You must have known, right? The only one who could have gotten a hold of those papers was you and my husband. I don't let just anyone in my house, you know. You came over a few months ago to celebrate with me. I remember you getting lost while trying to find the bathroom at one point. I didn't think about it at the time. I was too happy about the wedding. Were you looking around my house? Don't be so suspicious. You did act a little strange after you came back. I just thought maybe you were tired or wanted to go home. And some things had been moved around after you left. I didn't want to believe it, so I assumed my husband had moved something. Or that maybe I was imagining things. So you knew all along then? And you didn't say anything? No, I didn't know. I was a little suspicious, sure. But I checked the areas that were moved and I thought everything was still there. I didn't realize you had taken the documents. I didn't even consider it an option. Rebecca, what are you doing? What's this I hear about you trying to steal my wedding? It's all true, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it obvious? I'm getting married tomorrow instead of you. Duh. You're serious? Me and your lovely fiancé are going to have a nice wedding tomorrow. Without you, of course. You don't seem too mad. Did you maybe think I was just stealing the wedding? I'm not using this for me and my husband, you know. I am helping myself to your husband, too. Sucks for you, I guess. Wait, are you being for real? This just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm so confused. Why are you trying to do that? You still haven't figured it out? You're dumber than I thought, Kat. A child could have figured it out by now. What? I'm marrying your fiancé instead of you. And of course, he's going to want me more because I'm better. So he'll choose me, and you'll be tossed to the side. I'll be the one at the altar tomorrow. And that wedding dress will be for me. How could you say that? We've been best friends for so long. And yet you're getting everything I wanted. An amazing husband, a great job, a perfect wedding. I can't be around you anymore if you're just going to get everything I deserve. So I decided I'm going to take it from you. This is all your fault. I hate you. Wait, my fault? How is this my fault? I didn't even get a proper wedding. The only reason I got married in the first place was so my son could have his father in his life. I even had to quit work to take care of him. I lost everything. And in the end, I couldn't even get my big day. So why do you get everything? I did all the hard work and you're just getting everything in life. That's not fair. You're selfish, and I deserve it more than you. I'll never forgive you. Are you kidding me? That's your reason? You're just jealous. How is that my fault? Not to mention you dragged the wedding company into this. You've given them so much work to deal with because of your stupidity. You went out of your way to steal my forms and trick the company. What is wrong with you? I mean, it doesn't really matter what you think. I turned in the forms, so as far as I'm concerned, everything went through. I'll be the one walking the aisle tomorrow. And I'll finally get the wedding and the dress of my dreams. Oh, just knock it off already. You can't seriously believe this is going to work, right? What do you mean? Have you not been listening to what I've been saying? You can get as mad as you want, but yelling isn't going to fix everything, you know? Even your husband agreed that I'm a better woman for him. Sorry, but I'm not falling for that. I don't believe you. My husband proposed to me, and I'm the one he wants to be with. You already have a husband and a kid. Grow up and focus on your own life. Are you going to throw that all away for some stupid jealousy? Throw what away? My husband barely makes any money. It's not like he's doing anything for me. I only stay with him because I need to. What? And my kid is awful. He's a little demon, and he's not even cute like me. I want a chance to restart. It's not fair that this all happened to me. And that's what this wedding will do. I'm going to get a new start in life and get an amazing wedding. I'll have better-looking kids and can forget this one ever existed. Are you seriously saying this to me right now? Sorry for not telling you sooner. Kinda sucks for you that it's the day before, huh? But he's my husband now. I promise to take good care of him. Well, have fun at your wedding, I guess. Mine was yesterday. What? I kinda just let you ramble on because it was amusing for a bit. But now you've seriously annoyed me. So just give it a rest already. What are you talking about? Did you hit your head or something? Your wedding is tomorrow. Well, it's my wedding now, but you get what I mean. I get you're mad, but stupid lies like that aren't gonna change anything. What if I told you that right now, your husband is with me? The man who was supposed to be with you always is already over here by my side. He's not, though. He's with me right now. And we're both in Hawaii, so I doubt you're anywhere around him. What? In Hawaii? Yeah, it's lovely here. We wanted to have our honeymoon somewhere really warm and tropical, so we decided on Hawaii. So we left yesterday, basically right after the wedding. It was a long flight, but we're here now. It's very warm and very far away from you. What are you talking about? That's a terrible lie. Your husband is with me right now. He's literally right next to me. Do you want me to send a picture of Louis or something? Louis? Who is that? That's not my husband. I don't think I've ever met anyone with that name ever. What? My husband's name is Mika. I've never had any friends or boyfriends with that name, so not sure what you're on about. Wait, what? Are you being serious? Then, what? Who is this? That's a good question. I would ask him. But as far as I know, you have a strange man sitting next to you with no relation to me. He could be dangerous. What? Anyway, good luck with that. I want to enjoy my honeymoon, so try not to message me too much anymore. Okay? Kat, what is going on? Who is this dude? Is he going to hurt me? I asked him about you, and he said he doesn't know anyone with your name. He doesn't know your husband either. Who is he? What have you done?
I already told you I don't know who he is. I don't know where you found him. I didn't have any part in this. How did you even find him? And how have you gone this long without realizing?
It was in your paperwork. It had all your information on there. It had the location of your wedding, the date, and both of your names and addresses on it. He was listed as the groom.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I think I figured out what's going on here.
Then tell me.
Sorry to tell you, but those papers you picked up were trash. That explains why I didn't notice anything was missing. We didn't even end up going with the Nature Wedding Company anyway.
What? You went somewhere else?
I mean, the lady was really nice there and they were super helpful. But everyone at work was kind of forcing their own places and opinions on us. So we kind of got a bit overwhelmed and changed our minds a lot. Did you even look at those documents properly? My name isn't spelled correctly on it. It has my name as Catherine. My phone number was wrong too. And so was my husband's name, number, and even his address.
Are you serious?
I assumed that if they were that careless with my information, they probably put the wrong person as the groom. They were really apologetic, but I just didn't feel comfortable having my wedding there anymore. If they can't even get my name right, I don't trust them to do my wedding the way I want it. While there was a lot of things, the paperwork mistakes were definitely the final straw that made me cancel.
Oh my god.
I felt a bit bad telling them, but luckily they were understanding. One of the ladies that worked there even pulled me aside to talk to me. She said she knew of a perfect place that had a lot of free openings nearby. It was one of the most popular ones in the area, apparently. So I kept her personal recommendation in mind after leaving the venue. It was definitely a good one, just like she had told me. Everything about it seemed perfect, so we decided to go with that one. And so yesterday, that's where we got married.
You're lying. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I'm shocked too. I'm shocked about a lot of things.
The most shocking being that you would sneak behind your best friend's back like that and steal from her. Not to mention steal what you thought were her marriage documents.
I just want you to remember that legally, this counts as theft. I could sue you over this. You better not test me once I come back, is all I'm saying.
Wait, what? You want to sue me? But we're best friends.
Well, we were at one time. I guess this was all a big misunderstanding, huh? But we've got it all figured out now. Everything makes sense. I gotta say, I'm also shocked about the stranger who picked you over their wife for tomorrow. I would apologize to him and let him know. Don't leave him waiting for you at the altar. Imagine how he'd feel if he found out he cheated on his wife for something that was just a silly mistake. Sorry for messaging you at a weird time, Stacy. Time zones are a bit different now, I guess. I talked to her and got everything sorted out, I think. It's kind of complicated, so I'm sending you a long email with the details, okay? I've got her name and address in case you need to bill or contact her. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. When she was here, she refused to give us her name or anything other than being the new bride. I suppose she was trying to hide something. So this is a huge help. No problem. And I'm really sorry for all the trouble. I wish you didn't have to be involved in all of this. It's not your fault at all, so there's no need to apologize. I'm just glad that we got it all figured out. I was quite worried. But anyway, I heard that you had a nice wedding the other day, right? It's great that it turned out okay despite the circumstances. So a big congratulations for your new life.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. You went above and beyond helping me out even after the incident with the documents. So I'm really grateful.
No worries. This was actually my last job while working here. I'm officially retiring this month with no more wedding planning for me. I'm so happy my last customer was able to get the wedding of her dreams.
Oh, that's amazing.
I hope you have a great retirement.
You deserve it.
Have a great life with your new husband, and maybe with a future family. It was great meeting you, and getting to work with you. Good luck.
Are you still in Hawaii? Or are you finally back home? 'Cause I need ya. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I need my best friend over here.
Yeah, I'm home now. What's the problem?
Oh yeah, well, the wedding venue I thought you went to contacted me a few days ago. I guess they managed to find out who I was. I'm guessing they tracked me with my number or something, since I used the home phone to call them. But anyway, I was talking to them trying to explain everything the other day. But my husband took the phone from me. He has absolutely no respect for me. He took the phone, and then they told him about everything that happened between us.
Isn't that kind of your own fault?
And they were going to find out eventually. Did you plan on just carrying the lie forever and avoiding it? My husband was absolutely livid. I couldn't get him to calm down and listen to me. He was mainly mad about the other random guy, I think. Although he was upset about the wedding situation too. He started screaming, asking me to explain what I'd done. And then he slapped me.
I mean, it's wrong to hit someone at any time. But looking at it from his point of view, you can see why he's so upset.
I would probably hit you too. This isn't funny. What should I do? He said he doesn't give cheaters a second chance, and that we're getting a divorce. I told him I barely even cheated on him in the first place. And besides that, I only had to do it because he's such a terrible husband. He barely makes enough money for the three of us. I can't stand living like this anymore. That's not my fault. That's why I needed to get out and find someone new. Anyone in my place would do the same. You really tried to blame him for it? Were you trying to set him off? Of course you get mad if you continue adding fuel to the fire like that.
But anyway, isn't that for the best? I mean, you wanted to divorce him and find someone else, right? So if he wants it too, then what's the problem? It's no life trying to live with someone that makes you that unhappy all the time.
No, you don't understand. There is a big problem. I don't have any money, you know. If we get a divorce, they're not going to give me alimony. Not once they find out I've cheated. And if he gets custody of my son, then I won't even get any child support. And if I get stuck with him, he won't pay me anything anyway.
Your husband would refuse to pay child support?
I don't know, but probably, especially with how mad he is. He said he didn't want the kid in the first place. And since I cheated, he says he doesn't even know if it's his in the first place. So he doesn't think he has any responsibility to support him or me.
Actually, I do agree with you on that one. It takes two people to make a kid. Just because he's not the one who gets pregnant doesn't make him any less responsible. I get that he's mad, but he doesn't get to take it out on the kid. He's definitely in the wrong here.
No, he's probably right, TBH. We only got married because of the kid in the first place. We never really got along after that. I shouldn't force him to waste his time on us.
What are you talking about? Of course he's in the wrong.
At the time, I had to quit my job because they wouldn't approve me for maternity leave. But I was under a contract, and I wasn't allowed to leave legally except for certain exceptions. One of those was marriage and pregnancy. So I thought it was a good idea to finally leave that place. I didn't tell him, but I stopped taking my birth control.
Are you serious? You tricked him!
He was super angry at the time when he found out, obviously. He screamed a lot. But I got what I wanted, so I needed to finish this. I told him I didn't need a wedding, so he just needed to marry me and support me. And I will raise the boy. He doesn't even need to lift a finger. So I begged him to just let us get married, and he agreed. I just wanted to get out of my contract so bad. It was the only way. I wouldn't have done something like this unless I had to.
Interesting. I see.
But living with him was just awful. We never got along. He denies it, though. He says he hadn't done anything ever to me until after he found out about the cheating. And then said that he would be getting support from me.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. You might need to pay reparations or something. But it probably isn't that big of a deal, is it? What about the guy you were seeing? The one you thought was my husband? Aren't you still gonna marry him? If he made you happy, don't you want to continue that? Or did plans change?
I wanted to, but I can't get a hold of him. He basically ghosted me.
Oh, all right then.
I think the venue probably contacted him too to explain the situation. He sent me a message calling me crazy. And then he blocked me and won't answer any of my calls.
That makes sense, TBH. If he was cheating on his original bride with you, I doubt you're the only one he was seeing. Probably he was seeing a lot of women and didn't want to bother with anyone that had drama.
Oh God. What should I do? I don't want a divorce. I'm scared. What if I have to pay him? And I really don't want to be a single mom. Please help me. I don't know what to do. We're best friends still, right? Do you have any ideas or advice? Please help me out of this.
I do have an idea on what to do, sure. But it's more what I should do on my end. First things first, just like that random guy, I'm gonna block you.
What?
It worked out in the end because you made the mistake and all. But you still tried to steal my husband and my wedding, remember? I didn't forget that just because you got the wrong man. I'm not being best friends, or even just friends with someone like that. I'd rather not even be acquaintances anymore.
No, don't say that. Just wait a second. In the end, it all turned out perfectly fine, right? You're still with your husband and got your wedding and honeymoon.
You're right. I did get an amazing wedding. And now I'd like to continue my nice life without the stress of dealing with you. I'm going to enjoy my new life without you, okay? So don't talk to me anymore, please. Bye! Right after my final goodbye, I blocked Rebecca for good, and I've never seen her since. She apparently tried to reconcile with her husband for a long time, begging him not to leave her. But of course, he didn't listen, and they divorced pretty much immediately after that. She was kicked out of the house and required to pay a large sum of money to her husband for the emotional distress she caused him. She couldn't afford a new place, so she moved back in with her parents and took out a loan to pay the money. She got a new job too, of course. Apparently, she's working night and day to support her son. We managed to contact the wife of the man who blocked Rebecca, so she could learn what her husband was doing behind her back. Not sure what happened to them after that, although I'm sure it involved another divorce. Stacy decided she wanted to work still, after retiring from the venue. So after that, she opened her own wedding planner business. Of course, because of how helpful she is, it's a huge success. She's already backed up for 2 years and got more customers asking for reservations. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the story, please like the video and share with your friends. For more content like this, you can visit and subscribe to our channel. Thanks again!
Hi, Lily. Hope you're doing well. There's something that I wanted to ask you. Do you have some time right now to talk? Sure, my son is taking a nap, so I'm free for a bit. What did you want to talk about? The thing is, some of my personal belongings have been disappearing lately, especially my shampoo. The weird thing is, it's not only the shampoo that I keep out in the bathroom, but also the ones I keep in stock. Entire bottles are missing. Oh my goodness, they're disappearing. What in the world? Does that mean someone might be breaking in to steal the bottles? You think so too? It's definitely strange. I think someone might be taking them. This is the third time actually that the bottles have gone missing. At first, I thought it was just me, but today, 4 entire bottles were missing. Something suspicious is definitely going on. Why would someone steal my shampoo? By the way, the shampoo that you're using? It's the one you were telling us all about when we were having tea, right? The one that's a bit pricey. Oh yeah, that one. Ever since I can remember, my hair is really brittle and my scalp is sensitive. Nothing I buy at the drugstore seems to work for me. It just makes my hair worse. That's why I started ordering a special shampoo online that's a bit more expensive. It takes quite a few days to arrive after ordering, and it definitely puts a dent in my wallet. That's why I've been feeling quite uneasy about what's been happening. I can't afford to keep buying bottles every time they go missing. Wow, what a stressful situation. I hope you can find out what's going on. But why are you telling me about this? Please don't tell me you think I'm the one who stole the shampoos. I would never do such a thing. No, don't worry. That's not why I contacted you. I just wanted to see if you saw or heard anything suspicious recently. I'm actually asking around to all my good mom friends that I trust. Ah, I see. I'm glad you trust me then. I can't really think of anything in particular that seems suspicious as of late. Oh, but there's that one person. You know, the one who moved into the cheap old apartment building across the street? What was her name? Amy! Yeah, the divorcee. I couldn't believe she's still in her 30s. Her face is completely covered in wrinkles like an old lady. I heard that she already got caught by the police trying to sneak into someone's apartment before. She's very suspicious if you ask me. I would keep an eye on her. Ah, Amy, yes. She cheated on her husband and got divorced, right? And she ended up broke and living hand to mouth? And out of revenge, she tried to sneak into her ex-husband's apartment. I know it's just a rumor, so I can't really be too sure if it's actually true or not, but I only know her name and face, that's all. We've never even had a proper conversation, and I haven't invited her over to my house before. How would she be able to steal the bottles? You never know. She could have sneaked in when you weren't home. I mean, she has a criminal record. It's definitely possible. I'm sure there's probably even other victims in the area that haven't even realized she's been breaking in. A burglar? Even if it was indeed a burglary, don't you think it's a bit strange that no money was stolen? It was just shampoo and little things here and there like some accessories. It just doesn't make much sense. We can never know how the mind of a burglar works, dear. For example, maybe they didn't steal money to make sure it wasn't obvious that they were stealing things. They probably thought it wouldn't be a big deal if they stole something like shampoo. I really don't know, honestly. All I can say is that Amy woman is really suspicious. I'd be careful if I were you. I guess it might be a good idea to report this to the police. What do you think? What? The police? Why would you involve the police? Yeah, the police. Sure, the things that were stolen weren't what one would call valuable, but it just makes me feel very uncomfortable that someone is stealing things from my house. And since the shampoo is a bit expensive, I'm sure it will be reasonable enough for me to report this to the police. I was talking about this with my husband, and he also thinks we should get the police involved. We might even be able to get some fingerprints identified to figure out who the burglar is. Are you sure you want to make such a big deal out of this? Getting the police involved doesn't seem like a good idea. Things will just get out of hand. Why would you say that? If you call the police, don't you think it would start some rumors around the neighborhood? People would start talking about this and that, about the crime and who got arrested. Think about the kids at the kindergarten. Don't you think it would put them in a difficult position if rumors started going around? We should just try to resolve this issue on the low. Getting the police involved will just make things worse. Are you sure about that? Yes, absolutely positive. Don't talk to the police. For now, why don't you try talking to the other moms? They might have some good information. I'll do what I can to help you too. Let me know if you ever need anything. Okay, thanks. I really appreciate your help, Lily. We'll talk to you again soon. Hey, Zach. I hope you're having a good day at work. I wanted to update you about the shampoo situation. I was just talking with the other moms from the kindergarten, just the ones that I'm close to.
Oh, really? How was it? Did you find any possible culprits?
Yeah, I guess so. I think the most suspicious person was Lily. Our conversation felt kind of off. She was definitely acting strange. Not to mention every time she comes over, she keeps going to the bathroom an unusual amount of times. And she's always carrying around a big bag. She never puts it down either. I think it would be possible for her to take the shampoo during her toilet visits without much trouble. But I don't want to accuse her of stealing without any evidence.
Then maybe we should just let the police handle things from now on forward. It's 7 bottles missing now. That's definitely criminal behavior. The shampoo is really expensive. I'm sure you've lost a few $100s by now. Even if Lily isn't the culprit, it's still worth starting an actual investigation. I think we should make an official report.
I really do agree with you. But if it really was Lily who was stealing and she ended up getting arrested, I'd hate for her child to have to go through something like that.
I can see your point. The kid might get picked on at school if everyone found out about Lily. Things like that can traumatize a kid.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to deal with this one on my own first. If it doesn't work out, I'll go to the police as a last resort.
Okay, let's see what we can do. If you have an empty shampoo bottle, can you give it to me? I have a plan that might just work. I'm gonna put something in the bottle and put it where you usually keep all the stock. I want you to just leave it there for the time being.
Sure, but what are you planning on doing exactly?
I'm thinking of creating a trap to catch the culprit. A little something that will reveal who's been stealing the bottles. I'll explain everything in detail once I get home. For now, do you think you could just let me start setting everything up?
Okay then. I'll leave it up to you for now. Thanks for your help, Zach.
Hey, Diane! What the heck is going on? Why is my hair like this?
Well, well. So it was you after all. You were the one who was stealing my shampoo, huh?
What's going on? Why is this happening?
Please, you think I would just let you keep getting away with this? It's not shampoo. It's my husband's hair removal cream.
What? Hair removal cream? Why is there hair removal cream in a shampoo bottle?
My husband uses it to get rid of unwanted hair. He put it in an empty shampoo bottle and kept it in the stock area. He thought that we'd be able to find out who's been stealing the shampoo this way. What a great idea, don't you think? Genius, really.
I can't believe you. Why would you do something so horrible? Do you have no heart?
That's my line. Why would you keep stealing my shampoo? Even after telling you I was looking for the culprit. I can't believe you had the audacity to try and steal 3 bottles after we talked about this. Did you really think you could get away with this?
Shut up already. You're the one to blame here, not me. Acting all high and mighty just because you buy luxury shampoo. You didn't have to brag about it to my face, you know. You were looking down on me for not having enough money to spend on nice beauty products. I hate that about you. You kept getting on my nerves, and that's why I decided to steal the shampoo. Since you live such a comfortable lifestyle, I'm sure it doesn't bother you at all if 2 or 3 bottles went missing. What's the big deal? I don't understand why you're getting all worked up over this. I'm sure you have enough money to buy new shampoo. And you had to go as far as planning this stupid little trap. You must have a lot of time to waste or something.
First of all, I wasn't bragging to your face at all. I just wanted to recommend it since it helped me a lot with my hair. I thought it was good information to share with you. And just so you know, it's not like we're rich either, okay? Honestly, I would like to use a cheaper shampoo instead. It's just that if I don't use the shampoo, my hair's condition really does get worse, and my dandruff gets worse too. I have to cut back on other expenses so I can use this shampoo. You said 2 or 3 bottles wouldn't hurt, but even losing 1 bottle does pretty big damage to my finances.
Wow, boy, do I wish I could have the same worries as you. That's why I hate rich people. You would never understand what I have to go through.
Like I said, we're not rich. I don't know where you're getting these ideas. Are you even listening to anything I'm saying? Do you even have a brain? Please use it.
I have a brain, obviously. Rude. More importantly, what are you gonna do about my hair? My hair is falling out. How am I supposed to leave the house like this? I look like a mess.
You want me to do something about this? You're the one who stole the shampoo and used hair removal cream at your own discretion. That has nothing to do with me. You take the responsibility for your decisions.
This is all your fault, though. Replacing shampoo for hair removal cream. What were you thinking? How am I supposed to maintain my good image without my hair? This is a crime, I'm telling you. I'm gonna sue you for at least $100,000.
Huh? Do you have no shame for your actions? Do you seriously not recognize your crime here? I gave the shampoo bottle to my husband, and he put hair removal cream in the bottle. What's the crime in that? We did nothing wrong. It's our bottle to begin with, and it was in our house. You were the one who made the mistake of thinking it was shampoo and stealing it. You decided to commit the crime, and now you're paying for it.
No, you're the only one in the wrong here. I did nothing wrong here. You're going to pay for this.
Okay, whatever you say. You think that threatening me and trying to intimidate me is going to help you somehow? You're only making things worse for yourself here. I thought that if you were honest and just apologized, we could just figure this out between the two of us. But if you're going to act like this, I have no choice but to get the police involved. I'm going to report you.
You're going to report me? What? No, I didn't do anything.
Yes, I'm going to report you. Let's see who's in the wrong, me or you. We'll let the law decide. I'm not going to try and settle this issue with you on my own anymore. And once you get arrested, you won't be able to see your child for the time being. I hope you're ready for what comes next. Prepare yourself.
Let's just calm down now. Just wait, don't do anything rash.
Having to see your mom arrested by the police? I feel so sad for your child. Did you even think about them while you committed the crime? They're gonna have to go through a hard time now because of you. Who knows what'll happen at school? I thought I could try making sure your child doesn't have to take the brunt of your actions by keeping this all a secret, but I can't really do anything to help when you're acting like this. You don't even show a single hint of remorse. I'm gonna go to the police tomorrow.
Wait, stop. Don't do this. Please, just hold on.
What, do you have anything left to say?
Not the police. Anything but the police. I'll do anything. My child has nothing to do with this situation. Going to the police will affect my whole family.
I understand that your child has nothing to do with this, but I have no choice at this point. It really pains my heart to know that I can't save your child from this. I really wanted to keep him out of this. The way the world will look at him when you get arrested, and he won't be able to see you in the same way ever again.
Please, no. I am so sorry. I really regret my actions. I will return everything I stole, and I'll pay you back every single penny for everything I already used. I'll go apologize to you in person as well. So please just don't go to the police. I'll never do something like this ever again.
Can I trust your word this time?
I promise. I'll do everything I said I would do.
Okay then, tomorrow night. Please come when my husband is home. And you'll be coming with your husband as well, right? If not, you know what'll happen, right?
Yes, I understand. Don't worry, I'll keep my word.
The night after, Lily kept her promise and came over to her house with her husband. They both were pretty much on their knees, apologizing profusely for what happened. From Lily, I received the money for the shampoo she used, compensation money, and the remaining unused bottles. On top of that, she also returned some accessories and other little things she'd stolen. We then talked about how we would proceed with things going forward. For starters, I banned Lily from coming over to our home. We agreed to keep a peaceful relationship since our kids were close to one another. We didn't want the situation to ruin their friendship. But I warned her that I would immediately call the police if something like this happened again. Because Lily's hair fell out, she started wearing a wig when she went out. It seems like it'll be quite a long time before her hair grows back. We're not close anymore and I keep my distance, but our kids still play together since they shouldn't have to pay the price for Lily's mistake. I told the other moms that the shampoo incident was just a big misunderstanding, but it looks like everyone feels off about Lily ever since the incident. Lily has to now deal with feeling left out with everyone avoiding her. But that's what she gets for stealing someone's stuff behind their back, right? I also have reflected on my own actions and realized I've been a bit too naive. I've decided to lock up all my valuables and choose who I invite into my house carefully. I suppose we've both learned a good lesson, but I'm glad I kept my hair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Callum, I have some terrible news. You know how I told you that my dad hasn't been feeling too well recently, right? Well, my mom just told me that he collapsed and that he was sent to the hospital in an ambulance. I'm gonna head to the hospital immediately. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to cook you any dinner tonight. Also, do you reckon that you'd be able to come to the hospital too? I know it's far, but I think my dad would appreciate the support. Did you just say no dinner for me? That kinda sucks. I'm really starving right now. Work was really busy today and I was looking forward to dinner. Can't you make something for me before you leave? Were you not listening to what I just said? I told you that my dad got sent to the hospital. Why are you so worried about your dinner? I think that most people would drop what they're doing and head straight to the hospital with me. Well, I'm hungry and eating dinner is very important to me. I'm sure your dad will be just fine. Also, I'm still at work, so I can't go even if I wanted to. Anyway, could you answer my question? Are you gonna make dinner for me before you leave or not? Of course not! I've already left the house. You're insane if you think that I'm actually gonna prioritize your dinner over my dad's health. I don't even know how bad it is yet. I really don't understand you at times. You should really think about what you just said. Oh, it's not like it's just you that's stressed out. I had a long day at work. All I did was ask you if you were gonna make me dinner or not. Stop overreacting. You're the one that's overreacting. Anyway, I don't have the time for this. Just try to come to the hospital if you can. It would be a nice gesture. Oh, there's absolutely no way I'm going after work. Especially if you're not making any dinner for me. Chloe! Please don't tell me this is really happening again. Are you seriously still with your dad again? I can't believe that you're doing this. You've been there way too often recently, and I'm really starting to get sick of it. I just got off work, so I'm gonna be heading home, by the way. Yeah, I was with my dad, actually. I think I have every right to be with him. I'm just leaving the hospital now. I thought I told you this. I'm going to drop Mom off at her place, and then I'll head home, too. I won't stay at my mom's place too long. I just want to see if she's okay by herself, and then I'll start heading home. Anyway, did you finish work early today, then? It's not like you to text me at this kind of time. I wasn't expecting you to be home until after 7:30 tonight. Did something happen at work? Well, make sure you get back home as soon as possible, then. It's just been a little slow these last few days. Things should pick up again by Monday. I'll probably be home late at night on most days next week. This is the first time in forever that I've been able to leave the office before 5 p.m. Anyway, you said that you'd be home pretty soon, right? Yeah, after dropping my mother off. If the roads aren't busy, it shouldn't take too long. It is nearly rush hour, though, so I have a bad feeling that I'm gonna get caught in some traffic. Wait, so you're telling me that you're still gonna take a while to get back home, then? If you get caught in traffic, you're probably not gonna be back before 7 p.m. Your mom's place is pretty far away, after all. What about my dinner? I expect my dinner to be ready on the table by the time I get back home. I've prepared dinner. I just need to cook it. I'll do it when I get home. I promise that it won't take too long. I've been thawing a lasagna on the bench since this morning. You could even stick it in the oven for me if you'd like. There's no way I'm doing that. Cooking and doing the housework is your job. Don't try to order me around like that. I'm starving. What am I supposed to do while I wait? What if there is an accident on the road? You might never get home and I might never have dinner. Did you think about that kind of possibility before deciding to go visit your dad again?
Sorry. Can you wait for me? I think you're being a little ridiculous. I have every reason to go check up on my father right now. If you're that hungry, then have a bag of corn chips or something. There's a new jar of that salsa you like. You could even try making some guacamole yourself if you'd like. I promise that I'll be home as soon as I can.
I just got off a long day at work, and I don't want to be doing anything when I get back. That's why I need you to be at home when I get back. You've been at the hospital a lot recently. I've tried not to say anything about it, but it's been almost every day. Are you on top of everything at home? I couldn't find a pair of clean socks this morning, so I had to go to work with different colors. I really think that you should be prioritizing things at home first.
Wait, but you wear long boots at work. Who's going to notice? I kind of like to prioritize my parents' health over the color of your socks if possible.
Oh, please. Would you please stop making up those excuses to try to justify your horrid actions? That's beside the point entirely. Just make sure the housework is done before you go off visiting people in hospital. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Your priorities have been all over the place recently.
My priorities have been all over the place? It's my father that we're talking about. But yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll try to do a better job managing the housework, as well as visiting the hospital. I know that you're working very hard to put money on the table for us.
Yeah, I expect things to change immediately. I really don't think I can take this attitude from you much longer.
Okay then. I'll do my best then. I'll make this up to you by baking you some cupcakes later this week.
Oh, don't even bother with that crap. Just do your job properly and we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. Baking some cupcakes isn't gonna magically change anything.
I just meant it as a way to say sorry. You don't need to get so angry about it.
Just make sure dinner is ready as soon as you get home, okay? And despite your mocking tone, I took a look at the avocados, and they are brown and soft. I think they're rotten. There's no way I'm gonna make guacamole with that stuff. Guacamole is meant to be green.
You have to cut them open in half to get the green stuff out.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to act so smart. Just come home as soon as possible, okay?
Yeah, I'll do my best to get home as quickly as possible.
Yeah, don't slack off from your duties just because that old guy is in hospital. There's not much you can do for him now anyway. You have a family that needs you more than him. Also, I'm sure that your mom can get home just fine by herself.
I don't really want her taking the subway home. I'm walking from the station. There's been a lot of crimes in their neighborhood recently, and I want to make sure she's safe going home. Especially if she's alone right now. Also, my dad is in pretty bad shape. The doctor told me that I should visit as much as possible, as it seems to cheer him up. It's important that he stays positive and doesn't give up hope.
It's still not an excuse to let the house turn into a dump. Just make sure you don't neglect your duties here. That's all I'm trying to say. Once you've done what you're meant to do, I couldn't care less about where you go.
Yeah, okay, I get your point now. I think I've got it under control. Work has been understanding with my situation, but I can't take too much more time off. I'll do my best to do everything around the house like before, but no guarantees, okay? You have to understand that I have a lot on my plate right now.
Do you really have to go to the hospital every single day, though? Will the old geezer die if you don't go? He's been like this for ages. It's not like he's going to die overnight. I'm sure that you can choose to visit him once a month or something instead. I'm sure that you'd be able to keep up with the housework if you only went once a month.
You never know what's going to happen in a situation like this. People take sudden turns for the worse all the time. I want to be there for my dad and support him. Is that so hard to understand for you? I think it's a fairly normal reaction, isn't it? Wouldn't you want family to visit every day if you were sick in hospital?
I'd be completely fine without visits. I'd cozy up to the cutest nurses and get preferential treatment from them. I know that a lot of pretty women work as nurses. I might actually enjoy life in hospital from time to time. Your dad probably enjoys the nurses' company more than you anyway.
What are you talking about at a time like this? Most of my father's carers are men. They have to be to lift him out of bed. You know how big my father is. Even though he's getting old, he's still fairly muscular for his age. Please stop making snarky remarks like that. I'm really not in the mood.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, if you want to be there every day, make sure the house is in order before you go. That includes making my dinner, so it's ready by the time I get back home. You're my wife, right? You know what that means? It means you have duties at home. Things don't wash themselves. Meals don't just suddenly appear, you know.
They do for you. I'd be surprised if you could name a single ingredient in anything I make for you. Sounded like you don't even know how to prepare an avocado. You've never made a single meal for me ever since we met.
You married me, right? I'm a guy, you know. There's absolutely no need for me to cook at all. We're family now, and you should be taking care of me as the woman in the relationship.
Yes, but you aren't my only family member. I care about my parents just as much, and I'm gonna need to take care of them like this as they're starting to get old.
You should be giving full priority to me, as I'm your husband. Get your damn priorities straight. Your father has had a great life already. He might live for a few more years, but he could also pass away today. I'll still be here needing dinner, though, for a very long time. I am your #1 priority. You got that? Those old dogs you keep on visiting should just be an afterthought to you.
What did you just call my parents? I don't usually get very mad, but you're really pushing it today. My dad has a life-threatening illness. He's not in hospital for a simple cold, you know. The best prognosis he has gotten is around 8 months left to live.
Don't you get all righteous on me. You're the one that's in the wrong and causing the situation.
I'm just trying to say that at times like this, I really need you to be a bit more understanding, okay? Can you try to see it from my point of view? It's not like I'm having it easy right now, you know. A little help from time to time would be nice, you know.
What are you hinting at? Are you seriously telling me I should do some of the housework or something? What the? I can't believe that you have the nerves to even suggest that.
I'm not saying that you should do all the housework. But you know, you could wash a few dishes now and then. Or at least hang up your jacket when you come home. Even little things like that would be a big help for me at times like this.
Oh, and I should wash and fold all the clothes, scrub the floors and empty and wash the ashtrays. I suppose you'd like me to take out the trash, sort out the recycling, walk the dog, and go shopping too. I'm not your personal housemaid, you know. That's everything that you should be doing.
Even a fraction of that. Heating up a meal, for example, would be a good start. Also, you just listed out the things I do on a daily basis. I'm not your housemaid either, you know. That's how it feels like I'm being treated by you recently.
So you expect me to eat something out of a microwave? That's basically what poor and desperate people do. There's no way I'm doing something like that.
I'm not saying you should heat up pre-made dinners or anything. I meant that maybe you could just heat up something I've made.
I am not eating microwave food. End of conversation. Is it really too much to ask to have a hot meal made fresh by my own wife? Is that something that's so difficult for you to do? Obviously, I'm asking for way too much according to you. Why the hell did I even marry you? You always visit your parents' place so that I have to sit in a filthy house and eat heated up leftovers. Meanwhile, you and your mother sit around laughing with some old geezer who might not even be alive in the morning. Get your priorities straight already.
Did you seriously just question why you decided to marry me? I'm beginning to wonder that myself, actually. You basically never do anything yourself. You always leave absolutely everything in my hands. I think that I have every right to visit my parents right now in this situation. Please, can you stop complaining about this now? I'll come home and cook as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but I can't let this go at all. I actually help you out all the time anyway. I don't know why you're making it sound like I do nothing. Don't forget about the recycling that I do. I've put all the beer cans in a pyramid next to the TV so you can have them all in one place. Isn't that helping you out? This is what marriage should be about. It's give and take. I help you, you help me. I drink beer and put the cans into a neat little formation so that it's easy for you to throw out.
That's not the reason why I decided to get married at all. I got married so I could spend my life with the man I loved.
What are you talking about? That's the kind of thing they say in romance movies. You need to take a look at the reality. Do you realize how old we are already? Also, we don't have any kids at all. I'm not sure what you expect of me at this point. Do you expect me to break out the candles and the wine and act like we were back in our teens or something? This arrangement that we have is what we got married for. You're the woman in the relationship, so I expect you to do all of the housework and things like that. If you don't like it, you know where the door is. I've got divorce papers here, signed and ready to go.
Wait, what? Why the hell do you have divorce papers ready? Were you planning this from the very start?
I was filing a license the other day at City Hall and bumped into my friend Parko. He was getting his divorce settled and we got talking. He said you can never be too prepared. So I picked up some papers just in case. He was the one that prepared me for situations like this when I might need it. I actually thought it was pretty great advice from him.
So you picked up some divorce papers for times like this? In other words, you were planning on getting a divorce from me at some point?
Yeah, I almost shoved them in your face the other day when you got back 4 hours late from that Harry Potter convention in New York. I really couldn't believe that you would betray me like that.
I told you that I was gonna be late due to traffic. Well, maybe you should have just shoved them in my face if you were planning on doing it at some point anyway.
Well, I let you off that time because you had brought me my favorite cheesecake. I also didn't really want to damage my reputation as a fantastic husband.
Well, you're not doing any good for your reputation right now at all.
Well, anyway, I wasn't planning on really using them. But if you are going to let this house go to hell and neglect your husband, then the day I do finally use them might be just around the corner. So try and make sure that day never comes, okay? I'll stop somewhere on the way home for dinner. I hope for your sake that I don't have to say that again. Chloe, I won't be home till tomorrow night, so I won't be needing any dinner tonight.
Wait, what? Really? Why are you not going to be coming home? Is work getting really busy like you said it was going to get?
Why do I have to tell you that? I just told you that I won't be home, so I don't need dinner. I shouldn't need to explain myself to you at all.
Well, we are married. Is it asking too much for you to tell me why you won't be home? Surely you'd know about this kind of stuff in advance. It would have been nice if you would have let me know about this in advance.
I didn't tell you in advance because it was something that we decided on doing at the last minute. I'm going out for drinks after work with the guys, so I won't be able to drive home. I'll just spend the night at my friend's place and go from there to work tomorrow morning. It's just easier that way. If I take a taxi home, I'd have no way to get to work tomorrow as my car would be over here. It's just easier to do things this way. Anyway, you'll be at the hospital anyway, right? It shouldn't make a difference to you what I do. Why am I even bothering telling you this? You probably wouldn't even have noticed if I had have come home anyway. You're still at the hospital most of the time anyway.
It definitely matters. I'd like to know where you are as your wife. I've been making a real effort to be home when you get home lately. There's barely been any days where I haven't managed to get back from hospital in time. I wish that you'd appreciate my efforts sometimes.
Yeah, but every time I get home, you have this strange, I don't know, uncomfortable look on your face. It's like you're hinting that you have something better to do. If that is how it's going to be around here from now on, it really doesn't matter if I come home or not. I could just sleep in my car or under a bridge for all you care. All you do recently is worry about your parents. You probably don't give a damn about me at all.
Don't say that kind of stuff. You know that's not true at all.
It's always like that with you, isn't it? You act like you're carrying the weight of the world around on your shoulders. You always have the same pained expression, like you are the only one who has problems. We all have things we worry about, Chloe. It's not only you, for God's sake. Maybe try to think about me from time to time.
What have you got to worry about? Your parents are both fit and healthy. I also do care about you, and I've been making my best effort to spend time with you.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like that from my point of view. Anyway, I've got things I worry about just like everyone else. What I'm trying to say is, you aren't the only one with problems. You act like you're the heroine of some tragic drama. The world doesn't revolve around you, Chloe.
That wasn't my intention at all. Why do you have to react like this, when all I did was ask you why you weren't going to be coming home tonight?
Oh, stop acting like you didn't do anything wrong. You're so wrapped up in your own little drama that you haven't noticed how much of a drag you are being in this marriage. I don't even want to go home if you are there moping around feeling sorry for yourself. The sight of you brings me down.
What's that supposed to mean? Of course I'm going to be sad right now because my dad is really suffering.
There is no hidden meaning. It's exactly like I just said.
The sight of you makes me so depressed. When are you going to acknowledge the damage you are doing? It's not right. I shouldn't have to witness such a miserable sight in my own house.
Stop trying to blame your rotten attitude on me! All I asked you was why you weren't coming home. I really don't know why I married you at all at this moment. All I get from you is constant complaining.
Oh, really? Well, if it's so hard to bear for you, then you should know what to do already. Let's get a damn divorce already. It's about time. This isn't gonna be good for you at all, though. You're getting old. You're way past your expiry date as a woman. No one is gonna want you if we get this divorce. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? I'll be kind and not get a divorce from you this time around, but you better be careful. So, I'm not gonna be coming home till tomorrow night then.
Callum, I just heard some news from the doctor. I was told that Dad's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
I see. Good for you.
I see? That's your response? Can't you come to the hospital at least once? I've been asking you to come visit my dad with me so many times already. Please come before it's too late.
Nope, not possible at all. Your dad's still alive, isn't he? I've got a ton of overtime and I can't just leave. I'd be unloading everything on Larry, the new employee, if I just leave. He's still not at the stage where I can leave him alone. I'll go see your father tomorrow or the day after.
Are you listening to me? This might be it. There might not be a tomorrow. The doctor just took me aside, out of Mom's hearing, and told me I should say my last goodbyes. He probably won't make it through the night. This is a very emotional day for me. I wish that you'd just come to support me as my husband.
What's the point? He's unconscious, right? Even if I drop everything here and rush over, he won't even know I'm there. It's just a waste of time and effort. Also, what happens if Larry burns the place down while I'm gone? The boss will blame me, and matters will get even worse. Isn't it best if you and your mom are there for him? Just the three of you? I'm just an outsider, and I'd make things awkward. Anyway, so yeah, I don't plan on coming at all.
How can you say that? My father helped us a lot over the years. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to buy the house, for a start. He was also the one that gave you permission to marry me in the first place. I think that you owe him for everything that he's done for us over the years.
Yeah, I'm grateful for all that stuff, but there's nothing I can do right now. Also, I don't want to be there getting in the way when everyone is crying. I'm guessing your father's sisters are on the way. There won't be any space left in the hospital room when those human mountains arrive. Seriously, Chloe, just leave me alone. I'd just get in the way if I went.
That's not the point I'm trying to get at. Don't you think you could be of more support to your wife right now? When my father does finally pass away, my mother is going to be a mess. Did it not occur to you that even the offer of coming to visit and help out would have been a nice gesture? So you're telling me that as long as you are doing okay, to hell with everyone else? Is that it?
How many times do I have to say it? Me being there doesn't mean squat. I can't do anything to help. It's better that I stay out of the way. Also, it's not like I'm out here having fun, you know. I'm kinda working to try to put money on the table for us. I really wish that you'd think about things from my point of view sometimes.
I understand that, but still, this might be the last chance you get to see my dad. I know that you guys aren't related, but he's still your father-in-law.
Don't talk to me like that. You're making it sound like I should be obligated to visit or something. I told you that I won't be going. End of conversation.
Okay, I got it. You don't have to come here at all then. I'm done dealing with you.
I wasn't planning to come anyway. I should be the one saying that to you. Also, it's your family, so you deal with it.
Callum, he didn't make it through the night. My aunties made it to the hospital on time, and we were all there by his side at the end. Mom and I have a lot to take care of right now. She's in no state to do anything at all, too. I'll drive her home and take it slowly from there. I don't know when I'll be home tonight. I take it that you'll be all right?
Oh, so he didn't make it, huh? Ah, well, we did our best, and he had a good run.
What do you mean we did our best? You did absolutely nothing at all. You didn't even come to visit him when I told you to yesterday. Are you seriously trying to make me mad on purpose?
Not at all. Why would you think that I would try to do something like that? All I did was just say what I was thinking. Anyway, now you're finally going to be able to spend a little more time at home. It's about time. I'm sure you're busy with everything. No rush, but when you get home, you'll have to give this place a really good clean. It's a total mess right now as you've been slacking.
I hope that you're really not serious about what you just said to me. I just told you my father has died, and now you're ordering me to clean the house? You didn't even have the decency to do anything for me or my family. Surely this was one of the special occasions where you could have taken some time off work.
It wasn't something that I deemed worth taking time off work for. Also, there's nothing wrong with asking you to clean the house. It's a total mess. Stuff is piling up everywhere. It's your job to keep it clean. That doesn't change just because your father passed away, or anyone else for that matter. I've been struggling to get by going to restaurants and convenience stores for food the past few days. You should appreciate that. I haven't once asked you to cook dinner recently, have I? I haven't disturbed you and your family once during all of this mess. I won't even come bother you guys at the funeral. I'll keep my side of the deal, so you keep yours. It's about time you started doing what you're meant to be doing.
Just wait a damn minute! I really can't believe you're saying all this to me. Do you not have any sympathy for me at all? Are you seriously not even coming to the funeral either?
Of course I'm not planning on coming to the funeral. It's got nothing to do with me. Why should I have to go? You'll probably schedule it on a work day too, knowing you. I can't just keep losing money to be attending your family problems. Your family aren't related to me at all. I honestly don't really care about what happens to them.
Unbelievable. How could you even say that? Also, did you just say you can't keep on losing money? You haven't come to help me or my family a single time. Stop making it sound like you've been helping this entire time. You better come to the funeral at the very least.
As I said, I don't want to get in the way of your family, so I don't have any intention of coming.
You wouldn't be getting in the way at all. It's perfectly normal for someone to attend the funeral of their father-in-law. Just take a day or two off of work. That's all it's gonna take.
I can't apply for special leave. You know what it's like at the moment. I don't want to hassle the timetable guy. The shifts have already been made for this month.
People make exceptions in cases like this. What company would deny you leave to attend a funeral? Think of the amount of help my father gave us. I think that almost anyone would attend if they were in your position. Show your face and pay your respects.
I haven't forgotten how he helped us, but you know me. I can't stand those kinds of things. I never know what to say. Everyone is always so sad, dressed in black. It makes me want to start drinking again. Also, I'll have to stand there being nice to your family. Outside work, I don't want to have to pretend and fake sympathy. It's a total drag. Now you've kinda ruined my mood today. Maybe I'll go grab a bottle of wine to drown my sorrows in.
Please stop resorting to alcohol when things don't go your way. Anyway, Callum, try to think of this from my perspective. How would you feel if I didn't go to your mother's funeral? You'd want me to come, right?
That's a different situation though, isn't it? As my wife, you'd have to be there. It's basically your obligation as a woman to take care of me and my family.
You're not making any sense at all. Why should it be different when the roles are switched around? It's exactly the same. Where is it written that a husband doesn't have to go to an in-law's funeral, but a wife does?
It's just how things are. Please, could you just stop wasting time like this and actually do something useful? As I told you earlier, the house needs cleaning.
Stop trying to just order me around like that. We haven't finished talking at all. You are being incredibly pig-headed and stubborn about this.
Well, you're also being stubborn too. I'm busy, you know. I don't have the time for this. I told you that I don't want to attend the funeral no matter what.
Okay, fine then. I just give up with trying to convince you. It's obviously completely pointless. I need to put things in order at my parents' house for the next few days. I won't be home very often for the near future. You're just gonna have to do some of the things around the house by yourself. I'll be back there today to pick up my funeral clothes, but I won't be staying long at all.
Won't be home for a while. What about the house? Do you expect me to live in a dumpster? I can hardly see the kitchen and the rubbish is piling up. Do you expect me to live in all this? You better do something about all this trash at the very least when you come back later. Hey, answer me. Why are you ignoring me all of a sudden? Do you really think that this is acceptable?
Why did you leave a bunch of signed divorce papers on the kitchen table? Are you trying to hint something at me?
Oh, so you finally noticed them. Are you just getting home now? How long do you think it's been since you last came back?
I told you I wouldn't be home for a while. My father passed away, so there are so many things that I need to do over there.
Just because one of your parents passes away, you lost all sense of duty and let the house turn into a dump. Did you really think that what you did was acceptable? What were you thinking? What I left on the table is the punishment for what you did to me.
I tried to come home whenever I could. I was just way too busy.
It's too little too late. Just fill in the forms and get out. Do it today. Pack your bags and get out. I don't want to be with a woman like you anymore.
Wait, you're actually serious about this?
Oh, I'm dead serious about this. I've already made up my mind completely. You completely neglected your duties as a wife and let the place go to hell. You completely ruined my life because of the way you neglected me. You can start off by giving me everything your father leaves you as compensation. I'm owed that amount for the amount of trauma that you caused me. Make sure you give it to me before the divorce goes through. Once you hand me all the inheritance stuff, you can go file the divorce papers.
What are you trying to say, Callum? I hope that you're joking.
I'm very serious about what I just said to you. Well, I can't get any inheritance if we are divorced, can I? So get it all done now and we can get the divorce at a later time. Once I get my hands on some of that cash, I won't have any need for you. That's why I'm telling you to pack your bags and get out of my house.
You continue to surprise me, Callum. Not in a good way at all. Did you seriously think that you deserve to receive any of my father's inheritance after the way you've been behaving for the past few months?
Of course I deserve some of it. I'm part of his family, after all.
Oh, don't you dare act like he's part of your family now that he's gone. You didn't even come to visit him at the hospital when he was on his last breaths. Oh, I'm so glad I managed to get a divorce from you. If I had spent any more time with you, I think that I would have gone absolutely crazy.
Glad you divorced me. What the hell are you talking about? You didn't take the papers in already, did you?
I did. I just handed them in earlier. Thankfully, you had already filled everything in, so I was able to choose when to get the divorce filed. The funeral hall is next to City Hall, so I filed the divorce while I was getting preparations for the funeral done. I also really hated the way that you would threaten me with a divorce every time that we had an argument. I realized that it was inevitable. I took the initiative and got the divorce filed. It's one less thing that I have to worry about, so I'm glad that I got it done with. We are officially divorced.
I didn't say you could do that. How dare you just go ahead with it? I'm so mad about what you've done right now. What about the inheritance? I needed to receive the money you got from your dad. You owe me the money for neglecting me the past few weeks.
What makes you think you have any claim to my father's inheritance at all? For a start, my mother is still alive, so she's getting most of it. Also, we are already divorced. You don't have any right to any of my father's money. You think just because we were married that you are somehow entitled to something?
Actually, I am entitled to some of the money. There are laws that clearly state that I'm entitled to half of everything we accumulated during our marriage. I may have been a son-in-law, but I was still a son and member of the family. I definitely deserve some of the inheritance that you're gonna receive from him.
You are the husband of a family member. You're absolutely not entitled to anything at all. Why don't you try asking Google if you don't believe me? You're gonna be shocked when you find out that you're not getting anything. So I guess this was your plan all along. Wait to receive some of the inheritance money, and then get a divorce from me. You disgust me.
How dare you say that to me? I know that I'm right. I'm owed so much by you. In fact, you just hurt me with your words, so you owe me even more now.
That's not how it works, you know. You really are on a whole new level of stupid, aren't you? Tell me, who told you you were in line for some of the inheritance? I know you don't read, so it can't have been a book. Was it some dumb friend of yours giving you nonsense advice again? Damn, imagine that. Another person in this world as stupid as you. I guess people that are alike really do attract each other. Have you actually looked into the inheritance law at all? Or are you just having a wild stab in the dark? I'm guessing that you thought you could just order me around like you always do.
Of course I looked into it. I'm a lot smarter than you at the least. You need to stop talking so condescendingly towards me. I read about it a lot.
Oh, so you can read then. I think you must have misread it though. Maybe it was a bad source that you read from. You can't have been reading a real law book.
Cut out this attitude right now. Do you hear me? Stop making fun of me like this. You want to fight me or something?
There's nothing to fight about. Why would I bother fighting with a piece of crap like you anyway? We're getting a divorce, so we're gonna have nothing to do with each other soon.
What has gotten into you ever since your father passed away? Why aren't you being obedient to me anymore? I don't like the way that you're talking back to me.
Tough. I honestly don't care about you anymore, as you don't seem to give a damn about me or my family. Do me a favor and get out of the house, would you? Pack everything up and leave as soon as you can.
What are you talking about all of a sudden? You're the one who is getting out the house. I told you to pack your things and get the hell out. I meant it too. I don't want you around anymore. Be gone. There's no way I'm gonna be the one that's leaving. It wouldn't make any sense at all.
Did you hit your head or something? I think that you're not remembering correctly. Let me refresh your brain for you. My father was the one that bought this house for us. It's in his name. Remember now? Now that he has passed away, the ownership of this place goes to me. It's as easy as that. So, would you like to start packing everything up yourself, or shall I just throw everything into a dumpster and set it on fire? It's up to you. You're the one that doesn't belong in that house anymore, so please get out as soon as possible. I'm going to turn your office? I'm gonna need to empty your office out so that I can arrange it into a room that reminds me of my father. I'll be putting some photos of him and some of his prized possessions into that room.
What the hell are you talking about? This is my house. This place is mine. You're the one who should be getting out. I am definitely not moving a single step out of this place.
Well, you don't really get a choice in this at all. The other plan that I had was just to sell it. I don't really need a house that big as I'm getting a divorce from you.
You wouldn't really do that, would you?
I'm actually seriously considering it. I don't want to live there anymore anyway. It's basically full of bad memories that I had with you. That's a great idea, actually. I wasn't thinking straight because I've been so busy recently. I'll just sell the house off and move in with my mother for now. It actually solves a lot of problems for me, too.
What about me, then? Where am I supposed to live if you really sell off this house? I've only ever lived at my parents' house in this place. I don't have any experience living with anyone but family. Who's gonna do the housework if you and my family aren't around?
What's that got to do with me? I'm done with you. You could go live under a bridge for all I care. Please just make sure that you gather up all your belongings and get out the house as soon as possible.
Wait, hold on a moment. I didn't say you could divorce me in the first place. I just said you should watch out so I don't divorce you. I never intended to actually go through with it. Look, we should continue being a married couple. It's just the best solution for the both of us.
Staying married to you definitely is not the best solution for me. I also think you did mean to get a divorce from me. You're just going back on your words now that you realize that the conditions of the divorce aren't going to be favorable for you at all. You told me to give you all of my father's inheritance before going through with the divorce. I think it's very clear that you intended to get a divorce. Did you forget that you texted me that? I have it screenshotted as proof, just in case you want to go to court over this. I've already hired a very competent lawyer to support me with this entire process, too. I have plenty of funds that Dad gave me to fight you in court if you want to do it.
How could you set me up like this? You're unbelievable. I take it all back. I don't want a divorce anymore. It seems like I'm gonna lose so much if the divorce happens. You need to go cancel the divorce at the city hall right now.
Oh, so you're gonna go back on your words then? You don't want the divorce now? You're telling me that you want to stay with me now, so that you could get some of the inheritance that my father left behind for me?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. If we are married, you have to split half of everything with me. Your father must have left a huge fortune for you. I know that he had a pretty successful career, and he wasn't the kind of guy that spends lots of money. I actually sold his watch for around $2,500 on eBay the other day, too.
Wait, what? You did what?
Oh, never mind that last message. I didn't really mean to send you that. Anyway, I don't want a divorce from you anymore.
You really are a piece of crap, aren't you? I'm guessing you must have stolen the watch from him at some point. I'm sick and tired of talking to you. The decision I made about getting a divorce from you isn't gonna change no matter what happens.
Stop treating me like I'm a thief. I had to do this as I really needed the money. Anyway, let's just stay married.
What are you not understanding? Even if we were married, you aren't entitled to take half of an inheritance. Also, it's no use getting angry with me about this, as I didn't make the laws.
Well, you neglected the housework and I suffered because of it. I deserve some money for that at least. Emotional damage or something. I'm not just gonna let you leave without getting anything out of this.
Emotional damage? You couldn't get off the sofa to wash some dishes? Try that one in court and see how far you get. You're such an idiot.
Well, because of you, I've had to eat out every night the last month. It's driving me broke. I'll be lined up outside a homeless shelter before too long.
Have you tried looking in the pantry? The cans alone would feed you for months. I stocked up a month or two ago as I knew that I was going to be out of the house going to the hospital. You could have ate for months without having to buy anything, you know. Don't try and blame me for your situation. I have zero responsibility when the house is full of food. I don't have any responsibility for you if it isn't full of food either. You're an adult, and you can cook for yourself. Are you done with your excuses now?
You better cut out this crap right now, Chloe. I swear I'm going to lose my cool at this rate. You don't want to see me get angry. You should know that very well. Also, we have to talk about alimony payments if you're serious about this divorce.
You can do as you please. You don't scare me at all. However, if you try anything stupid, I'm gonna call the cops on you. And as for alimony, you're dreaming. I have no obligation to pay you anything. I'm giving you that legal advice for free.
That's it. I'm at my limits. I'm giving you 3 days to think about what a fool you are being. Come back to me when you're ready to apologize to me for everything that you've said and done. We'll go from there.
I don't need time to think. I've done all the thinking I need to do. This decision that I've made is final. We're divorced already. Don't forget that it's a done deal already. There's no one doing it at this point. Maybe you're the one that needs 3 days to let all this sink in. Once it's all registered in your head, then you can start getting ready to move out. I can't have squatters in my house. I'll have to call the police if you continue to stay too long.
What's wrong with you? I'm saying that I'm willing to give you 3 days to calm down and realize the mistake you're making. Stop trying to flip the script like that.
It doesn't matter how long you give me. I know that I'm not in the wrong. You're the one that's obviously in the wrong. Nothing is going to change that. Legally and morally. No one is going to side with you. You're the one who went through the trouble and filled in the divorce papers in the first place. You never should have done that if you didn't have the courage to actually go through with it. It's too late for second thoughts and regrets now. The boat has sailed. You better start planning on what you're going to do in the future, as you're not going to have a place to live or a wife.
You need to think more carefully about this. What are you going to do without me? Have you thought about that? Nobody will want a thrashed-out old woman like you. How will you live on your own from now on?
Oh, how thoughtful of you to worry about me. However, I really don't need the sympathy of someone without a house or family. You really should be worried about your own dire situation. I'm gonna be so much better off when compared to you, after all.
Wait, did you just say without a family? What do you mean by that? I'm gonna be asking my parents for help. They'll be happy to help me out and support me while I get through this.
Oh, so you haven't heard about it yet? Well, I don't know if I should be the one to tell you. On today of all days, the shock might be too much for you to handle.
What in the world are you talking about this time? Just spit it out, woman.
Okay, fine then. But you aren't going to like it. Your family has cut ties with you. They heard what happened and don't want to have anything more to do with you.
They think that the way you acted was kinda disgusting, and they don't want to be associated with a guy like you anymore.
Wait, what? You're not serious, are you?
Yeah, I'm very serious. When I told them that you just treat me like a housemaid, they were shocked. I also told them about how you decided to refuse to visit my father in hospital, and about the fact that you weren't planning on coming to his funeral. I then told them how you tried to claim his inheritance and get a divorce from me after you were given the money. They were ashamed and apologized endlessly on your behalf. Your mother almost cried due to how embarrassed she was.
Lies! You're making it up. This has absolutely nothing to do with them at this point. Why would they care about you or your family anyway?
Do you not even know that our families had grown close over the years? I guess you were too self-absorbed in your own little world to notice that, I guess. By the way, it goes without saying that both your parents came to my dad's funeral. You were the only one that didn't attend. They seemed to be very upset about you not turning up.
Wait, what? My parents were there at the funeral? Why didn't you tell me this? It would have been nice to know about it.
You probably should have at least tried to come regardless of your parents coming. I asked you to come repeatedly, but you were the one that seemed adamant on not showing up. You said that you didn't want to miss work or something. I told your parents about your divorce and what I'm planning to do with our house, too. They seemed to be in complete agreement with me. I also mentioned how little you've done over the years. Your mother in particular was speechless. Then she started blaming herself for not being stricter on you growing up. They said they don't plan on ever speaking to you again. They said that they hated the fact that they ended up raising a monster like you. They also gave me their blessing to do whatever I want, which is to get a divorce from you and never speak to you again.
They chose to side with you over their own son? What the hell? That's not right at all. I really can't believe this.
They're embarrassed to call you their son. So from now on, they aren't going to. They don't want to hear from you or hear of you again. I owe them a lot, so I'm going to keep in contact with them. From now on, I'm just going to see them as a friend, not a daughter-in-law, though.
You better stop messing around, Chloe. You know I don't have anywhere to go. What the hell am I supposed to do? Huh? If you kick me out and my parents are cutting ties with me, I have nowhere to go. The only option I have left would be to live with my cousin Frank in that old shack in the middle of the desert. I can't do that, as that guy is absolutely insane.
I always thought you and Frank got along pretty well, actually. You never know. You might find you like desert life.
That was a long time ago. He's been acting really shady the past few years. His life has gone downhill ever since his company went bankrupt.
Well, it seems like you have no choice but to depend on him for help. You need to get out of my house by the end of this week.
Wait, no! You can't do this to me! I don't want to live with him! I also don't want to move out of this city!
Well, if that's the case, then why didn't you just find a place where you could live by yourself then? You make enough money to get by, don't you? You're always saying how busy work is and how much overtime you have to do. Right? That surely is enough to live on. You'll have to do all the housework and cooking yourself, but you'll manage, right? Anyway, it's about time you became more independent anyway. You're gonna have to learn to do everything that normal people are capable of doing themselves. Anyway, that's about all I need to say to you, I think. Well, goodbye then. If you need anything in the future, you're just gonna have to figure it out yourself.
Hang on. Wait! Chloe! Are you actually gonna go through with all this? I still haven't really managed to process what's gonna happen at all. Are you really going to leave? I'll be all alone. I don't even know how to make a simple meal or how to do the laundry. Please don't leave me. I admit that I acted pretty poorly. I promise that I'm gonna change. Chloe? Hello?
I ended up blocking Callum's number, and I never ended up seeing him ever again. Everything that I heard about him was from rumors from some mutual friends. After we got our divorce, he ended up renting an apartment for himself. However, it only lasted a week. He tried to cook a meal for himself. However, he forgot to turn the stove off after he had finished using it. The kitchen caught on fire, and the fire spread very quickly as it hadn't rained for the past few weeks. He managed to burn down the entire apartment complex due to his lack of attention. Turning off the fire is like the most basic thing to learn, too. Thankfully, nobody that lived in the apartment complex was injured,
but the damage done to the building was basically irreparable. Unfortunately for him, he had just moved into his new apartment, so he hadn't sent in the paperwork for the insurance for the place. He ended up owing the owner of the apartment complex an absolutely crazy amount of money. It was the amount of money that he could never pay off, even if he kept on working for the rest of his life. The last I heard, he had left everything behind and was on the run. I've seen wanted posters of him around the neighborhood. I hope that he gets arrested and he pays off the money that he owes. Seems like the police are on the hunt for him, and I doubt that he's going to be able to keep running for that long. He's not very smart after all. I'm really glad that I managed to cut ties with him completely. There were so many red flags during the time I spent with him, and I'm glad I wasn't his wife when he became a criminal. Thanks for watching! If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below. See you in the next video!
Hello. My name is Megan, and I got your number from your husband's phone. I figured it was time I sent you a notice about who I am and who I am to your husband, Charlie. Actually, he and I have been together for some time now. He was just too busy with me to tell you to leave. So, it would be great if you could be a dear and help us out here. It would be even more great if you could hurry up and step out of the picture. Okay? Thanks.
Who is this? Megan who? I don't know a Megan. You must have the wrong number. But seeing as how you had to introduce yourself, the person you are trying to reach must be a stranger too. Who are you to send such vulgar messages to a complete stranger? Have you no respect?
Oh, honey, it's okay. I understand. You must be so devastated to be betrayed by your trusted husband like this. It's just the initial shock. It'll pass. But let me say it again so you can really process this. I am sleeping with Charles. We have been for months now. We just celebrated our 6-month anniversary the other night. I'm with him right now. He's napping next to me. Your marriage is over, girl.
What on earth? My husband. Charles is with you right now.
He sure is. You thought he was at work, didn't you? Every morning, you thought he was off to work, so you got up at the crack of dawn and prepared a hearty breakfast for him, didn't you? Ironed and starched his button-ups, picked out his ties and shoes, and personally handed him his briefcase at the door, didn't you? And after he left to go to work, you went right ahead to cleaning, dusting, washing, wiping, tidying up all day, every day. Even then, you couldn't have the love you thought you deserved as a wife. Oh, I know this must be devastating to hear. But sweetie, a true queen doesn't get treated as one by being so desperately dedicated. You poor thing. You've been discarded like an old dish rag.
What? Dish rag. Discarded. Who are you? You sound like a middle school bully talking to a classmate about stealing their favorite pen. You must have the wrong number. My husband is in no condition to get out of bed, let alone be disloyal. To me or to anyone. And even if he could, he wouldn't make himself available to a vulgar woman like yourself a mile away. Please check the number and leave me alone. You have mistaken me for someone else, clearly.
I don't think so, honey.
Oh, is this a new form of catfishing? Am I being catfished right now? Well, it's not gonna work on me. I'm not that gullible, young lady. I'm calling the police now.
Catfishing? You think I'm scamming you right now? Wow, Charles was right. You are terrible at reading the situation and thinking on your feet when you're put in a disadvantageous position. You're just rambling out lies, aren't you? And don't you, young lady, me. I get that seniority is all you have on me, but come on. Be a lady and keep our age difference out of it. Gross. If you must know, even just to see how young your husband likes them, I just turned 25 last week. I am old enough to be comfortable in my own skin, but still young enough where everything is still tight and perky. I'm also old enough to know this is what I want and that this is what he wants. So now that he's taking a nap beside me, I borrowed his phone to get your number.
My husband is really there. With you, right now.
Yes, Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? Do you think if you keep asking me it won't be true anymore? Do you need proof? Do you want me to send you a selfie? I know you've already seen him naked, but he may have changed since the last time you saw him a decade ago. There's no need to be ugly like that. I'm above it if you are. I just want you to be a dear and volunteer to leave him. Don't make a big deal, you know? What good is it for you, or for any of us really, to hold on to a shell of a man? He doesn't love you anymore. He hasn't for a long, long time. Trust me.
That is very curious. If all you're saying is true, can I ask you a question? Why are you, an eligible woman in her prime in all her perkiness, wanting to be with my husband? You take one step out of your house and the world is full of great young men who are in your own age group. There are TV programs that bring together young men and women and make couples out of them. Why are you obsessing over my Charles, who, let's be honest, isn't young or extremely handsome? Not anymore, at least.
He's still pretty young. Don't you say that about Charlie. Just because you think I'm competition doesn't mean you have to bring him down with you. What is wrong with you? I never cared about how men looked anyway. I know about the $10 million he'll be inheriting from his father soon, and that makes him the sexiest man I know. You are threatened by me because you think you'll lose that money to me now. It's embarrassing, honey, because that money was never going to be yours.
What inheritance?
What inheritance? Oh, yeah, right. Like hell you don't know. Charlie already told me you know. In fact, he told me everything. How his daddy is in the hospital fighting a losing battle with terminal cancer, and that he's leaving his entire net worth to his only son. He has maybe a month left to live if he's lucky. I mean, he's as good as gone, isn't he? Of course, you're gonna try to keep her place as Charlie's wife so you get to dip your finger in the honey pot. But no, that position is mine. Charlie is choosing me. Disappear quietly and I'll be sure to convince Charlie so you can have a fat severance check above market value.
I think I understand now, yes.
I knew you'd be interested once I mentioned the severance money. I like that. At least you're honest about your greed. Now that you've got your ears perked, there is one condition still.
You've already said more than one condition, but let's hear it. What is it?
When you leave Charlie, I need you to take his mom with you. Of course, you'll take your kids, but I need you to take his mom with you as well.
What?
His old mom. Once Charlie's daddy dies, I will bet you my life that she's gonna want to move in with him. I can't stand the thought of it, living with an old hag, fighting to be the alpha female of the house, competing for Charlie's attention like we're school children. Not to mention the old people smell. I hate old people, ugh. I hope to God I don't live to be that old, ew. So, I want you to volunteer to take her with you, okay?
The old hag.
Yeah. Oh, she sounds awful. So needy and naggy and high maintenance, gross. Who does she think she is, a princess? She's like 70. I heard you and her get along really well, like real mother and daughter. She even likes you more than her own son sometimes. Is that true? That is messed up. I can't deal with that kind of bull. Nuh-uh. She's all yours. Think of the severance payment also as compensation for looking after his mom. You won't get paid like that anywhere working as a hospice nurse. So this is a great offer for you. Everybody wins.
Do you think without the old hag's approval, there will even be an inheritance? Like you guessed, in the case of a living spouse, it all goes to the spouse first.
For real? Oh, I thought that might happen. Well, I'm not worried about it. I'm sure Charlie has a plan when it comes to that. He's always complaining about his mom being annoying anyway. He's probably thought up a way to trick her into giving up her share. Did you think just because you were a little chummy with your mother-in-law that you get special treatment? That's hopeful and sweet, but very naive. Blood is always, always gonna be thicker than water, no matter what people say.
That is never going to happen, I assure you. I don't foresee myself signing any document or contract presented to me concerning my renouncement of any inheritance I'm rightfully due.
What? What are you talking about? I am not Charlie's wife. I'm his mother.
What?
That's right. I am the, what was it you called me? Old hag. It looks like you've been referring to my son rather than my husband. Did I get that right, dear?
Excuse me? I found a contact in his phone that was named Nag Queen. He would always complain about his wife nagging him, so I thought, but you're his mom, not his wife?
Last I checked, yes. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I am Charles Jr.'s mother. And yes, I'm the one whose approval and renouncement you were conspiring to obtain through less than ethical means until moments ago. I must say, I'd been contemplating whether or not to officially include my daughter-in-law as a recipient of my husband's fortune after his passing. Mainly because I was uncertain as to how my idiot son would treat her once he's had a taste of the sudden wealth coming his way, and I wanted her to have a safety net. Huh, how silly of me. It was all for nothing. I knew I should have listened to my instincts. I am glad you mistook me for my son's wife today. Now I know what my decision needs to be. There shall be absolutely no inheritance for my son or any brainless bimbo he thinks his wife is worth trading for.
Brainless bimbo? How dare you? And what are you talking about? You can't do that to your own son. He's your flesh and blood. Just because I made a tiny, honest mistake, you can't write him off like that. I thought you were his wife. You are making a huge mistake here, Mrs. Parker. We will be talking to a lawyer and coming back to you with the full force of the law to claim what is ours. You will regret this.
As you please, dear. Throw all the tantrum you want. I'll be surprised if you manage to make back the money you'll spend on hiring a lawyer. Would you like to know how I know this? Because my husband's $10 million fortune is not his to give at all.
What? He has 3 vacation homes in the Bahamas, Greece, and Hawaii, and he is the founder of Parker Heights. Nice try, but that wasn't a very good lie.
He doesn't have a dime to his name because everything is under my name. My darling husband, Charles Sr., who's been the most devoted, loving man that ever was, bought and saved everything under my name. I never once thought of the money as mine, because he is truly the mastermind behind his real estate empire. But now I'm glad that it is technically mine. I might have had a hard time convincing my husband to erase our son from his will, but since it's up to me and myself only, it should be a piece of cake. Charles Sr. never had any faith in insurance companies, you see, so you could say it was his way of securing my well-being in case something were to happen to him. I'm sure this comes to you as a foreign concept, how a man can love his wife with everything he has. My son surely has no such noble trait.
Charlie never told me that. He never mentioned anything about whose money it was. I bet it doesn't even matter. This is all hearsay and technicality.
It matters, sweetheart. In fact, it's the only thing that matters when it comes down to who gets to decide where the money goes. Were you so blinded by greed that you neglected to do any research on the subject? Do you think when the Queen of England died, her fortune would have gone to King Charles had her husband, Prince Philip, been still alive?
First of all, I don't even know what that means. And second of all, are you serious right now? Is this not some sick, desperate attempt to shoo me away? Mr. Parker really doesn't have anything for us?
Not a penny.
So then you would have to die for Charlie to get anything. And how many more years would we have to wait for that to happen then? You know, for the money to go to you and then for it to finally come to us?
What a question to ask me. You are quite something. Who knows, 30 years, 40, in this day and age where people live to be 100? Sure, I'm in my late 60s, but I'm as healthy as an ox. My own parents did not pass away until they were well into their 90s, so chances are I'll live to see the next century. Oh, please don't do anything stupid like waiting the 40 years for me to die. That would be most unwise. I will make it my life's mission to secure an ironclad will leaving everything to my daughter-in-law and her children. There won't be anything left for you to have waited for.
That's so heartless and so mean. How can you disregard your own son like that? Don't all mothers wish the best for their children?
What kind of monster are you? How can you choose your daughter-in-law over your own baby boy?
Why, quite the contrary. I think this is one of the wisest decisions I've made in my relatively long life. Finally, I see things for how they are. You have knowingly broken up a marriage and stolen my grandchildren's father away from them. My son has abandoned his wife, children, and dying father to sleep around with a girl he clearly picked up at the gas station. Don't you worry about my making peace with my own decisions, and send me your address.
My address? Why?
I will be packing up my son's belongings and having them delivered over to your place. He is your problem now. I will make sure of it. Is that not what you wanted?
Why would he come here to me? Shouldn't the wife leave his house? Charlie said he and I would kick her out and move in. My apartment is only 800 square feet. We can't live here together. There's barely enough room here for my plants. Why would I stay with Charlie if there's no more inheritance or his big 4,000 square foot house? He's over 10 years older than me and barely makes $4,000 a month. We were counting on that inheritance. You can't pull the rug out from under us like this.
There never was a rug under you, Megan. That's where you're delusional. My precious gemstone of a daughter-in-law has had not one complaint about the $4,000 the whole 15 years of marriage, raising 3 beautiful children. It should be more than enough to feed 2 mouths if managed properly.
I don't want to have to manage money. I want to live without ever having to worry about it. $4,000 is gone like that if I buy one Chanel bag. I don't plan on living like every other middle-class housewife making grocery lists and clipping coupons. I wanted the $10 million and to live like a celebrity, with a cleaning lady and a whole closet dedicated to my future Chanel and Prada bags. Oh, what a waste of time this was. Oh. I'm out. I don't want your garbage son. I can't believe I spent 6 months of my life trying to get nowhere. I demand you pay me for the wasted time. Give me $50,000 and I will disappear forever. Yeah, $50K sounds reasonable, doesn't it? And I won't even say a word to Charlie's wife. That kind of money must be nothing to you. Come on, I gotta get something back. Do you know how many guys try to get my number on a daily basis? But I looked away for 6 whole months. Give me the $50,000 and everyone wins.
The answer is no, Megan. In fact, I'll make sure that my daughter-in-law will hear every word about this about you, and she will decide what she does with you. You are the one that may need to start paying her fines.
Fines? Me to her? What? Why would I get fined?
In our great state of North Carolina, dear, one can sue their spouse's adulterer and take them to court for ruining a marriage. Whether or not you had sex with a spouse matters only secondarily to have a case for what is called an alienation of affection. Looks like your stupidity got you into some serious trouble, doesn't it? Well, I better let you get to it. You have lots to do. Shortly afterwards, my idiot son was thrown out like an old dish rag himself and came crawling back to beg for forgiveness from me and his wife. It was not a pretty sight to behold, seeing my only son on his knees, but it was the least he could do to own up to what he'd done. I myself also asked my daughter-in-law for her forgiveness, for raising a man who turned out to be a terrible husband who broke her heart. I told her that she should decide how to proceed going forward and that I will 100% support whatever she decides. My daughter-in-law, who has a heart of gold, thought long and hard about this sudden onslaught of information and came to a conclusion that made me respect her even more. It was her judgment that keeping a bad husband around was exponentially better than having no father for her 3 children. Can you imagine that? A truly great mother who puts her children above all else, including her own pride and vengeance? However, upon my suggestion, Charles Jr. and his wife Anne both agreed for a brief separation, if only to allow Charles some time to self-reflect, and for Anne to spend quality time with her children in our vacation home in Hawaii. As soon as my husband finally lost his battle to cancer and moved on to be with God, I pulled some strings and sent Anne and her children on an all-expense-paid resort trip for 2 months. What good is a fortune if I don't spend it on my loved ones? I am beyond grateful to have such a beautiful person inside and out come into my life, and sincerely hope that my imbecile son has some capacity left in him to learn a thing or two by following her example. As for the homewrecker, Megan, I'm unsure what fate was waiting for her after her brief time with my son. I could hire a private investigator to find out, if only for my own peace of mind. But I have a feeling my daughter-in-law would rather forgive and forget than hold on to unresolved grudges. In an attempt to learn from her myself, I've chosen to follow in her footsteps. I thank God every day that my grandchildren will grow up to be great human beings, and I will help them get there every day, if only to redeem myself from failing with Charles Jr. All in all, this whole calamity has strengthened us Parkers as a family. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.